Well, we often get asked a lot of questions, and there's a lot of inaccurate information there. So I like to call them credit myths. We're going to just focus a little bit of time right now on busting some credit myths, which should be a little bit of fun. I picked the top 10 that I get on a fairly regular basis. The number one, using my Visa debit card improves my credit. And that's not true. Your debit card is connected to your bank account. It's not connected to the credit bureau. So that is, unfortunately, a myth. Another one related to credit cards I often get is I have to maximize or really utilize all of my credit limit on my credit cards in order to raise my score. In fact, the exact opposite is true. At the time of your credit card reports, you want to be under 30%. So if you're doing that now, make a switch right away. It's a myth, it's busted. There's also a common misconception that if you have a larger loan versus a smaller loan, it's worth more, it builds your credit faster. That's completely untrue. A small loan or a large loan reports to the credit bureau exactly the same way. It will make a difference to perhaps what amount of credit you can get down the road. But as far as building your credit, exactly the same. Another myth busted. Another one I often get is, well, you know, when I make more money, I'll have a better credit score. Income has nothing to do with your credit score. Income might control what you might be able to purchase, the amount, but nothing to do with your actual score. That is just a myth. Often from young people, they'll say, you know, I don't think it's possible to have good credit when you're young or a higher credit score. And again, that's not true. You might, again, be limited to the amount of credit you can get when you're young because your income is lower. But no, you can develop and have a very high credit score at a young age. Another myth I often get is, closing credit will raise my score. And it does feel good when you pay off a loan or close off an account, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to raise your score. If that was the only loan you had, for example, reporting, then going forward, you're not going to have those boosts to your credit anymore. No, just closing credit, because time on the bureau is important, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to actually raise your credit score. Another one I get a lot of times is that employers can see a person's credit score. There's no way an employer can see an employee's credit score. That is completely confidential. It's private. That's not the case. Employers do not see your credit score. Student loans. I get a lot of students that will take loans out and they don't realize that those indeed report to the credit bureau. A lot of people think that they don't. That's a myth. Another one is marriage. Although when people get married, they may go onto a loan joint, there is no individual benefit to your credit. There's no boost because you're married or not married. Your credit is your credit. Number 10 is that skipping a small payment doesn't really matter compared to missing a big payment. That's completely untrue. When a credit analysis looks at your credit, they'll wonder more about what happened and why you missed a $10 payment than they will a $500 payment. Anyway, there's 10 myths that we've hopefully busted today. If you have more, certainly reach out to us. We'd be happy to do another segment on credit myths, and we look forward to answering those questions in the future.